Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We have already started here. That has ended up in no man's land. And this is Lewandowski, and he's in on goal. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Atalanta! It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now, can they get him away? Dembele in acres of space out wide.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Lewandowski! Tries to get it clear. Oh, that was vital. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, what a ball! Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Jimenez gets rid without sophistication. De Bruyne. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Jimenez spots it and intercepts. Couldn't squeeze it through.
Atalanta really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the players who are willing to run at and beyond the defence. Let's see if these forwards are up for it now.
Chance, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
Mbappe. Atalanta leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Oh, super find. He's picked his way through. Bellingham. Lewandowski is onto it in a flash. Mbappe.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Nicked it back promptly. James. And it's James. Here's Sané. Rodri. Vitinha. And it's Rodri. And this is Lewandowski. Now Schlotterbeck. And it's Vitinha. DiMarco. Crosses it in here. And this is Sané. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. De Bruyne. And it's Lewandowski. Rodri.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Rodri. De Bruyne.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's a sharp pass. Mbappe. Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Manchester United on the spot. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
Manchester United grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
He's had it taken off him, looking to play him in. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. DiMarco, he has found the way through. Now the terrific header. At least a return pass, and that interception was most necessary. A probing pass. Mbappe is in a really good position out wide. De Bruyne looking for the run. It's Lewandowski! Goal! Manchester United! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's just a fab.
And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
And we are back. Oh, he's got full.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Schlotterbeck. Sané. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. He can get that clear. Oh, they could be caught out here. He's found a way through. He's one-on-one, surely! Courtois did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And it's Lewandowski. Looking for options for movement. And he was alert to it. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different... Great chance! Sticks it away! It's level again! What a match we have!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So all square, and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Lewandowski might just make this. Rodri. That's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 8.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. So a double change here, and both changes are offensive.
It's a bold move. The manager's made his intentions pretty clear. He's going for this.
Atalanta are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. It's run loose here. That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Saka. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the pass is intercepted. Vitinha. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Big chance! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Mbappe clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 9, numero 24, numero 5. Lasciano il campo per il numero 13, il numero 15.
And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that.
Di giocatori.
Vinicius Junior has it out wide and in space. Bellingham with the delivery.
Oh, how that cross missed everyone is an absolute mystery to me. It warranted a finishing touch.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Alexander-Arnold. Half an hour gone in the second half. Ah, that's a fine interception.
Atalanta really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Knocks it into space, and he was quick to react. Hakimi is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Haaland. Now there's a fine ball. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Oh, somewhat off target. Mbappe. He's a sharp little ball here. Haaland! Goal! Manchester United! And again they hit the front. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that.
He's had a shot! It's in! And surely that does it! Perfect time, decisive strike. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at it, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Haaland was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Bellingham. Rodri. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Atalanta played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
And all that remains for me... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Now it's Mbappe. So Jim, he's given it away. Vitinha. Here's Rodri. Now it's Lewandowski, and here's Mbappe. This might spell danger. Great chance! And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
They've played it short. Oh, well played, well played. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. That's beautifully weighted. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Jimenez gets rid without sophistication. And it's Dembele. Now it's Mbappe. It's a pretty loose pass. De Bruyne. That's good vision. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Sade. So it is still 0-0. That has been slung wide. Oh, cracking ball. He could be in here. Oh, well played. Can he finish? Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Oh, that's well spotted. Mbappe. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Saliba has given away a free kick. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. Now that looks a decent ball.
Atalanta are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
And he's there to get it away.
Lewandowski really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Now it's Mbappe.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bellingham. Half an hour played now. Alexander-Arnold kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now, can they get him away? Hit into the middle. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that. Atalanta have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Dembele, Mbappe, Sane. Nuno Mendes. Into the channel. Sane looking to get on the end of this. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Now he's got space here. Aimed beyond the defence. Caught offside that time. Vitinha, ball's played through. He's in plenty of space here. Rudiger clears it away. De Bruyne.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Nicely worked. No, he's just misjudged that one. Well, they've got it again. Mbappe. And he welcomes it in. Lewandowski. And it's Mendes. Vitinha.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Played into space out wide. Played into space out wide. Alexander-Arnold. And here's Lewandowski. It's a really well-measured ball. Lewandowski. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Cleared without complication. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think from the manager's viewpoint, Peter, he'll be demanding more from his team during the break, but he'll at least be happy at the way they've contained the opposition so far.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Cambio di giocatori.
Here we go again.
Atalanta clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Vitinha. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Now Mbappe. Nuno Mendes is wide and looking to get onto this. Gets his head on it! He can get that clear. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Vitinha, and this is Lewandowski. And he cuts out the supply. Hakimi with the clearance.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Good ball over the top. Lewandowski. Sane is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Hernandez does well to get it back. And it's Mendes. Knocks it into space. Backward it goes. Oh, that's fabulous. Here comes the cross. That has been knocked clear. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Great defending, strong and determined. And the through ball. Schlotterbeck. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Now it's Lewandowski. Lewandowski is onto it in a flash. Alexander-Arnold kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Plays a sharp little ball here. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and he's in on goal. Bellingham! Nuno Mendes. Now, what about a counter-attack? It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 20.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Numero 25. Lasciano il campo per il numero 11, il numero 13, il numero 7, il numero 41. Attenzione, un cambio.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Manchester United certainly look sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 15.
Atalanta making another change here.
Numero 24.
That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He won't be happy with that one. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. He's found a way through. Saka is onto this. And a chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, what has happened here?
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment.
He's gone for goal! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Ah, that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
That could spell trouble. Mbappe takes a shot. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Terrific header.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Vinicius Junior. Hakimi does really well to win the ball there. And it's Pedri.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Rodri. Tries to play it through. Vinicius Junior. Oh, that was vital. And that is that. So we finish as we started. Try as they might, neither was able to break through. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. The action has already started. Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Stood up well to him there. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, the centre of midfield, Peter, is where battles are won and lost. So I see Rodri as a player who can dominate his midfield position. He's excellent at winning and recycling the ball, as well as passing it all over the pitch. I see him as someone who's very well suited now even to those highest tempo games.
Yeah, I'd have picked him. He's had a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vitinha. Sane looking to run onto it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Sane. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
The referee's awarded a free kick. And he is going into that little black book. Vitinha. Over to the left. Now it's Mbappe. He's got away. Aimed beyond the defence. It's a goal kick. Dembele is herring after that one. And that is a little undercooked. Atalanta yet to have an attempt on goal. That ball looks a good one. Schlotterbeck. Great ball, and he goes for a shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Now it's Lewandowski. Vitinha. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Sané. Rodri gathers from the goal kick. Atalanta do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! Manchester United take the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Manchester United are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
Vitinha, now it's Lewandowski.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
Looking to play him in, and the shot! He's got a goal! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Atalanta grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
And that's been won straight back. Rodri. And it's Lewandowski. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. That is a great pick out. Caught offside that time. This ended up in no man's land. Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Dembele, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he was quick to react. Vitinha. Rodri. Pass somewhat off target. Played out to the left flank. Dembele. And he's whipped it across. Oh, what a climb! Goal! Manchester United! And they've got their lead back. That is a fine goal, really efficient. And that'll be the final action of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
And he's had a hit! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Lewandowski actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Great chance! And that is doing no harm at all.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
He's a sharp little ball here. Knocks it into space. Real chance! It's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just?
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
You can certainly sense a real change of mood here. Now the crowd are demanding that they just finish this off.
Tries to play it through. Courtois claims comfortably.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Quarter of an hour into the second half. Pedri. Rodri did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Modric. That's a shade optimistic. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 8.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
It's hit
the crossbar.
Numero 5. Cambio di giocatore.
Modric. Well, that pass isn't the best. And He's well positioned here, tries to dink it through. He's having a shot! Oh, it's come off the upright. Atalanta still have the cards to affect this game. Vinicius Junior in acres of space out wide. He gets big! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. It was wonderfully efficient.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Shot, surely! No mistake! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
Manchester United are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Now it's Mbappe. That has not gone well. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Now it's Mbappe. And the shot's on here. Threads one in. Lewandowski showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Manchester United finding their passes.
Mbappe really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Back into the middle. DiMarco. 5 minutes left on the clock. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. That's a lovely, neat pass. Pedri. Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's DiMarco. Now it's Lewandowski. Time added on 4 minutes. And here's Lewandowski. Lewandowski! Rudiger. Played into space. Van Dijk kept his eye on it. So that's it. It is all over. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited and deserved to be.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the shots! Goal! Manchester United! And that's got him off to a flyer!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really clever finish.
Atalanta. Oh, he's chance for a shot! It's a goal! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That was easy, almost too easy.
It's shocking, the ease with which he was able to get into the space, and a player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stick. That's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. Looking for the run. Oh, well measured. Shifted it to the flank. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Couldn't squeeze it through. Threads one in. Dembele gets into a good position.
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Now it's Lewandowski, played out to the left flank. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. And it's Pedri. And here's Lewandowski! Goal! Atalanta! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Lewandowski demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a way through. Now, real chance! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character. Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So all square, and not for the first time.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now that's a lovely exchange. No way he was going to let him past. Hernandez did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Nicely shaped ball. Good ball, good take. Dembele. Dembele's delivery. Shapes to shoot! Oh, off the bar! Oh, that was extravagant by any standard.
Well, you've got to admire the confidence, and the agility wasn't too far off either.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. Hakimi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Schlotterbeck. James. And this is Lewandowski. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Rodri. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Picked out, and he shoots! Oh, that's well done, really robust. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to play it through, and it's James. And here's Mbappe. And that's a good ball. And the pass is intercepted. Can he get it through? Takes a shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Lewandowski clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Saka with the short one.
Ci saranno 3 minuti di recupero.
Oh, good spread. Atalanta can try it again now. And this could be the final action of the first half. They've played it short. James crosses. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Dembele. And it's De Bruyne. That's an imaginative pass. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he can clear it away. Tries from a long way out. Jimenez. And we hit half-time. Atalanta are involved in a terrific contest here. It's been a slugfest and a half. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement. Terrific half, 4 goals split evenly, beautifully set up for the second period to follow. So it's back to business. And that has left him in a heap. Hakimi.
Lewandowski really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Pedri. Rodri. James. Lewandowski. Now this could be a chance. That has ended up in no man's land. And no, that was never going to make it. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, delightful ball. Now it's Lewandowski. He's in plenty of space here. He's got away. This looks promising. Rodri defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Saka looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't...
There's the shot! Goal! Atalanta! And they get themselves in front! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Atalanta take the lead.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, well played, well played. And reclaimed it in a trice. James looking to penetrate opposition lines. And it's James. De Bruyne. Looking for options for movement. And he's intervened well there. James. Pedri. And here's Lewandowski. He's got a chance! It's there! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 20.
So,
Numero
time
22.
for changes on both sides, actually.
Numero 24.
Atalanta take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Hernandez promptly onto that, and that is that. Vitinha.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Haaland looks to get on the end of this. And that pass just didn't quite work. Vitinha. Now it's DiMarco. He's shifting through the gears here. That's tidy. DiMarco. It's a mighty effort. Oh, it's come off the upright. He should have put that one away.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Now it's Solot. Oh, red, nice interception. Vinicius Junior. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Hakimi, out to the left it goes. Rodri wins the duel this time. Solot, and he plays one through. And the finish! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Alexander-Arnold, the regular corner taker. And that is expertly dealt with. He can get that clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Alexander-Arnold. Solot is onto this. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Alexander-Arnold. Pass is coming off in quick succession here.
Such good technique.
Now it's Vitinha. Oh, that was vital. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place... Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And already we're underway here. Lewandowski was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Has a look and plays it forward. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Real chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And now they can spring out of defence. He's picked his way through. Back to the keeper it goes. Dembele chasing after it. Well timed, excellent interception. Over to the left. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now that's a fine challenge. Rudiger, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Atalanta still without a single shot on target. Messi. And this is Lewandowski. And this is Messi. Tries a shot! Oh, that was no routine save.
Messi clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Lewandowski. Passing is crisp and sharp. Schlotterbeck. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, I'm not sure that words can do this fella justice, Peter. Lionel Messi is one of the all-time greats, that's for sure. A fantastic dribbler with a killer eye for a pass and obviously a lethal finisher too. Everyone knows what he's capable of, but stopping him's a very different matter. This opposition defence will not be looking forward to this one, I can assure you.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Ambitious ball here. Now it's Mbappe. Hakimi, spread it left. Now it's Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Almost half an hour in now. Now it's Lewandowski. Can he get on the end of this? Great chance! Goal! Atalanta! And Atalanta go in front. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
Atalanta have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the upper...
Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. Atalanta have themselves a chance from the spot. Courtois looking to stare down to unsettle the taker. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Yeah, the keeper was trying to make him think that he was going to dive one way here. Could have just held a little longer.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Now it's Lewandowski. Back into the middle. Look at the space here. Atalanta heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Messi couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Yeah, the confidence we can admire. The decision-making, we can't. He'll learn from it.
Now it's Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And here's Mbappe. Well read, nice
Ci
interception.
sarà un minuto di recupero.
Alexander-Arnold has created one goal already.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the whistle goes for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Atalanta sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. And we are back on the way. And it's Lewandowski, distributed tidily. Gives it back. Alexander-Arnold. No way through there. No, he refuses to take the bait. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe! He's done very well to get to that.
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Manchester United have their second corner now.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And the shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Couldn't squeeze it through. Mbappe! Now then, the ball's come loose. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Atalanta, with this handy-looking 2-0 lead, they are looking comfortable. Jimenez. Alexander-Arnold. Schlotterbeck. Out to the right. And no, that was never going to make it. So we've reached the hour mark. Rodri. Threads one in. Van Dijk cuts it out. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
He is through here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Sostituzione per l'Atalanta. Numero 20.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 25. Numero 15. Lasciano il campo per il numero 11, il numero 41, il numero
Rodri.
5, il numero 24.
Atalanta are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Caresses it through, takes a shot! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Atalanta really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Rodri. That pass has been well intercepted. James charging forward, the ball at his feet. Big chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement. James. Now that looks a decent ball. Spread neatly. Showing good feet. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And smartly reclaimed. He's a sharp little ball here. James, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Sorloth. Aimed beyond the defence. James gets flagged offside. Rodri. Rodri. Sorloth. Tries to play it through. That is good alertness. Mbappe. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. Knocks it into space. Oh, shooting chance! It's in! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
And the shot! Taken goal, and surely now the result's beyond doubt. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Sorloth demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Atalanta could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Can he get it through? That has been cut short. And it's Vitinha. Driving forward. Added time going up here. It's 3 minutes. Decent chance! And that may well be that. That is that. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Atalanta definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.